domestic violence. So be sure to tune in for that. And then on the 8th, we will have a history of Yiddish music with Dr. Samantha Zarin. So that sounds really exciting as well. So today, some of you may already know our guest speaker, but I wanted to go ahead and formally introduce Jess Whitacre. She's our new fitness director here at the JEA. So she has been very busy putting together a really exciting schedule of new activities and classes. So I'll turn it over to Jess and let her tell you more about all the things she's working on.
Hello, everyone. So I am Jess. I'm the new health and wellness director here, as she just told you guys. I just want to give a little background about myself since I don't think I've met most of you in person. So I completed my undergraduate degree at Georgia Southern University in exercise science with a minor in nutrition. After that, I completed a graduate certificate in strength and conditioning, was not sure what direction I wanted to do with my master's, and then settled on sport management. So now I've almost completed it. I just have 2 classes left. So 1 class now, 1 class next semester, and then hopefully we'll be completely done with school. While I was at Southern, I was working as a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and facility manager. So I got about 4 years of experience training clients. I'm a certified PT, group fit instructor for aerobics, bar, cycle, and then paddleboard. So I'm sure you haven't seen that, but I teach boot camp on paddleboards. It is a lot of fun. I'm also a weightlifting coach. I have a little bit of a weightlifting and CrossFit background as well. So with that being said, so I want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff I've put together for you guys here. So y'all have probably seen the new schedule we just released. It kicked off last week. We have both virtual classes still, and we now have some indoor and outdoor in-person classes. So majority of the classes in person are outside. We have a couple that are inside. We're not requiring masks outside as long as you come to the class with your mask and then leave the class with it on. So we're keeping you guys distanced the entire time you're here. So we thought that was pretty exciting. We brought in some family type workouts since childcare is no longer the same that it used to be. So with schools going virtual, I know that a lot of families don't have places to put their kids, and we don't have babysitting here anymore. So we're now doing a family yoga class and a family workout. Did you guys have a question? Did you raise your hand? Whoever's in the picture with David. No? Okay. So yeah, that's our classes now. We do still have the virtual classes we had before. So Ms. Linda's still teaching Firm It Up. Sarah's still teaching yoga with parents and kids and a yoga flow class. And Kat is still teaching her Pilates and bar classes. So we're going to hopefully continue to expand our in-person schedule. We will still keep some virtual stuff for you guys, of course. But it's very exciting to start having more faces come into our building again.
Are you open to taking questions, Jess? Does anyone have questions or comments or anything at this point?
Well, actually, it's funny that I'm on here because I don't come to the JEA for fitness. I live at the landings, and that's where I go. But it sort of, one of the things that I've been doing mine on Zoom because I'm not comfortable going into buildings yet. But it brings up the issue of workouts with seniors. And I'm blessed, and I share it just for general information, to have a trainer that I've been working with in a class. It's a sort of a 8 to 10 people at the most class, and she spares nothing. Does not expect that we're going to sit on a chair and do exercises. And most of us are in our 70s, and one of them just turned 80, and she's the strongest in the whole class anyway. And so I just share as a young trainer, and I know when we've had new trainers at the landings, when one has come into our class, I say, recognize that even though we may be older, we need to be strong and we need to work out strong, with the caveat in my mind, and I, again, whatever it's worth, that there needs to be modification and communication about modification for the knee, the shoulder, the back, all the things that all of us are dealing with as we get older. And so I just share that for where it's worth, as a young trainer, to know that, seniors can work very, very hard. And I mean, my heavy weight's a 20, 25 pounds. You know, my medium weight is a 10. Now, maybe that's not a lot, but, you know, or 12. So I think that we can do it, and all kinds of things. Again, but our trainer is always will verbalize. If you have a knee issue, do it this way. If you have a back issue, do it this way. If your shoulder, do it this way. So again, for whatever that's worth, I share it because that's really been very important to those of us who continue to work out. I work out 3 days a week. I know Arlene does. I don't know about Gail and Janet, but it's been a lifesaver during this pandemic to really stay active. So welcome aboard. And again, because I'm a member of the JEA, but not a fitness member. But I think that the fact that we have it, and I am one of a couple of people, or many people maybe, but who continually talk to newcomers who are coming in and can talk about the fact that we have a wonderful fitness center at the JEA.
Definitely. So are you saying our virtual classes, are you asking that they have more modifications? Is that what you're asking for? Or are you saying they already have them? I was confused on that part.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying to you personally, and what my fitness instructor, who's 61, shares with other newcomers who come in and she helps train, is that as you're doing, if you have an older population that you're training, be sure to indicate as you're doing it, if you have a knee issue, do this. And so to be aware personally as a trainer of the ways to modify for knees and backs and shoulders and hips and whatever, or if you've had a hip replacement or if you've had a knee replacement. And I think that's something that I think all trainers need to be skilled in, is to how to modify so that older adults don't have to stop exercising. They just modify for their particular issue. And so they don't injure themselves and, possibly then have to stop. We can be exercising. Well, look at Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was doing it in her late 80s.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not only possible, it's reasonable and it's desirable. So I'm just saying to be aware of the modifications for those issues and share them with your clients as they're exercising so that they don't have to then say, oh, I'm hurting. Does that make sense?
Yes. So I'm glad you brought that up. So that's actually something I've been trying to implement further into our programs. My specialty, majority of my clients in the past were 70-plus-year-olds. And so I've worked a lot with older populations with a lot of different injuries. I was the personal trainer that was always requested for the older populations in the past. So coming in, some of the new people that I've brought in, I've tried to work with, and we want to expand on. I like to teach where I give 3 different levels in my class. So there might be a level 1, a level 2, a level 3, rather than even saying their modifications, because if you're working the hardest you can, you're still coming into the full workout and you should come out feeling successful. So by coming and accomplishing one of the 3 levels, you know that there's another level that you could try to work to, and that's totally up to you. But you know that level 1 is still an appropriate level to work at. It's not that you're shorting yourself. You're not doing the whole workout. You're just doing another option of what the workout is. So it gives the person who comes in is like, I want to do 100 burpees. They're on that level 3 level. The same person might be doing a standing against the wall, push up plus a mini hop, something smaller. So they're still doing a different level of the movement, but something that fits and caters towards themselves. So that's something, as I've been hiring a personal trainer, I've been looking for a trainer who specifically will teach like that, is always thinking of progressions and regressions. I would love to even bring some more virtual personal training options. I know we have some trainers here who have kind of done a little bit with that. We've done Zoom here, but I do need a trainer, like you said, who is willing to understand the additional risk when you get older of working out, of having previous injuries. No matter what age you're at, they need to be able to work with all of that. So I'm really glad you brought that up. That's a great point. Any more questions?
Anyone else have questions for Jess?
Jess, I'm going to ask a question. I realize everything is still slightly different now, but the fact that you do have the preschool in building, is it the fitness, does the fitness center responsibility include doing the physical activity with the preschoolers, or is that just an in-classroom teacher responsibility?
So the add-ons, like the specialty classes, I team up with preschool directors, and so like if we were to offer a child and me yoga, or when they've done tumbling, a little dance class, music class, so like there are add-ons that I help coordinate. Their actual physical activity though, so they have playground time and other activities throughout the day. That is scheduled within the preschool itself by the teachers.
Right, and the playground's wonderful, but it's not really a place to, it's not like there's a toddler size or a child size obstacle course or you know, a running track. Do the teachers, so the teachers do not bring the classes to the fitness center at any point of their scheduled week?
No, so the fitness center, we don't allow kids to work out in there, especially without a parent or guardian. It's 16 and up. And for the little kids at that age, we would not want them in our fitness center. That's just too big of a liability with there being weights in there and adults working out and moving around, especially the size of the center. There's stuff that the teachers themselves can do while they're outside. They also have one teacher who specializes in like kids yoga and games, and so she is sometimes brought in. She does yoga activities with them and does sing along and some book reading and gets them up and moving. So from my perspective, what I have seen, that's all they do. I don't directly work with preschool, so I'm not sure if there's more that they do beyond that, but I work specifically with Day at the J kids. Since those are older kids, they've been doing fitness with me at least once a week. We do with drumsticks. So we do a workout with drumsticks similar to Pound Fitness. If you've ever heard of Pound Fitness, it was created for adults. So we take the drumsticks and they're doing squats and lunges and sit-ups and other crazy moves in there, and they have a blast with it. But it's not age appropriate for the preschool. Once we get to that kindergarten age, it's kind of iffy if they can follow it. They're more excited about hitting each other with the sticks than anything. So
No.
It's hard to program for that age. Kudos to those preschool teachers who are putting all the effort in they are right now. I know they're doing the best they can, trying to also keep them distance, knowing that they can't bring them all into one group.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, I've seen some of the activities you've done with the Days at the J, which has been great. The kids do really enjoy it. So they were really excited about I guess you said it was Pound Fitness, which I wasn't aware of the program, but they were talking about that for days. So that was really neat. And then I have a 2-year-old, so yeah, I'm always kind of looking for fitness-related things for her, but I keep hearing, yes, 2 is a little young for a lot of activities still. We have her trying soccer, but I know sometimes that's more of a liability, or you need a lot more instructors to handle that size of group or that age group.
Oh yeah, kids that young need a lot of direct supervision, and they get distracted very easily. So you put them in a group setting, and especially if you got anything in their hands, they're hitting each other, they're throwing it around. Like, they just have very short attention spans at that age.
Right, absolutely. Our classes that we are offering, though, the family are age 6 and up, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
If anyone had any questions about that, yeah.
Yeah, 6 and up. More of a boot camp style workout. This past week we did like a freeze dance kind of thing. So they would have an exercise they were doing, and then when the music stops, they would all stop wherever they are. So if they're squatting, they're going to hold that squat at the bottom. They're doing jumping jacks, high knees, so whatever it was, and the kids absolutely loved it. They had a lot of fun. Whether they were doing the moves right or not, you can only correct the kids so much. They were enjoying the music, they were dancing, throwing their own moves in their some, and then they loved when it stopped and loved trying to make their parents fall over or fall down. Like, they had the best time with that. So the family workout has been a lot of fun.
Neat. All right.
Could I ask a question?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Are you planning to have limited classes for working out in the JEA? Like 3 or 4 people only?
So yes, so I have some classes on the schedule that are indoors right now. We just have water aerobics inside, and then I'm teaching a lower body class and an upper body class, and then it's followed by a core class. I've had very low response to the upper and lower body classes, and then the water aerobics are finally this week starting to get noticed, and they are filling. I would like to slowly bring more in. The issue with working out is inside is that masks are required. And so any kind of intense class, that's difficult to breathe in a mask. So we're trying to limit the types of classes that we're putting indoors. And now that it's getting cooler outside, we can start putting more classes during the day outside. So give people a chance to get outside, get some fresh air, and breathe a little bit.
And Jess, I know we've been kind of talking about Corona times, coronavirus, and how that affects people working out, and obviously they need to wear masks. Is there any other tips you have as far as like how people can kind of work on their own kind of mental state, being both physically active and as well as mentally healthy, just general wellness during this time?
Definitely. So when it comes to mental wellness, a lot of the time it gets neglected. People hear wellness and they start thinking about the physical aspect. Are they at a healthy weight? Is their blood pressure good? Is their heart healthy? Stuff like that, when they start to ignore what they can't see, which is what's going on in your head. So some tips that I have is sometimes you just need to turn everything off around you. So social media, the news, you're reading the newspaper, whatever it is, sometimes you need to just take a break, put all that away. There's a lot of different facts coming from all these different organizations, a lot of scary things going on in the world. So one way to take a step back is to just cut it all off, take a big deep breath, slow down your breathing. If you have one of the Apple Watches or Fitbits, some of them even do like the timed I need to breathe, and it guides you through breathing. On YouTube, there's a lot of meditation videos. So if you know that you cannot sit there yourself and tell yourself to slow down and breathe, maybe look up a quick video, hit play, and follow the instructions and take 5 minutes of nice slow breathing. Maybe you need to do some nice deep stretching, whatever it is that helps you relax. Beyond that, I know it's hard to feel like you have support around you when we're distancing ourselves from everyone around us, right? We are talking to each other virtually through Zoom, but sometimes it doesn't feel like it's enough. So making sure that you are staying connected with people, take this time to make those extra phone calls. There's a lot of challenges out there. So I've seen friends who don't feel comfortable working out together will challenge each other and say, hey, I'm going to go run a mile today. I'm going to time myself. You go time yourself. And at the end of the day, you guys talk about what your times were. So you guys can always connect with your friends and family and come up with little goals between yourself and challenge each other just to stay connected in a different way. And it also will help you get up and moving. See, beyond that too, just getting outside. I know it's hard when you're afraid of what's going to happen if you walk into a store or into a building. So maybe it's just going out into your backyard as a start, or sitting on your front porch, getting some sunlight. I mean, it's great for your mental health. It'll help your energy levels as well. So if you're feeling like you're tired, and that's part of the reason you're not even feeling motivated to get up and move, try taking a short walk outside, go outside in the backyard, play with your dog, whatever it is, go read a book outside, and you will probably find your energy level go higher also. You'll just have a more positive aspect on everything. Look at the beautiful things around you. You're in nature, go walk down the Savannah River, go to Tybee, go where you're still isolated and you feel safe and you're comfortable, but where you can go out and you can have some time for yourself. Let's see. That's pretty much, those are my main tips. We also are running a virtual challenge on Facebook. So like I mentioned, the challenges. You are more than welcome to check out our health and wellness page, of course, and follow the fitness challenge that I've been posting. Sometimes it is mini workouts. Sometimes it's just a team challenge, like set a timer for 3 minutes and how many squats can you do? So anybody of all levels can participate, and I'd say like 95% of everything I'm posting. I offer modifications, and I'm always open for questions. So if you're like, I cannot do a squat, you always have the option to sit on a chair and stand back up, or hold a chair for support, or against the wall, whatever you need to do. So we are completely open to all levels participating. Sometimes it's just participate in a Wellness Wednesday. I might ask a simple question about your nutrition or how much sleep you're getting, just things that we kind of start to let go when we focus on the physical side. So get you thinking about your mental wellness as well, things besides just exercising. So definitely check out that if you have not. It's another great way to get involved with other people around you.
I had another couple questions. You told us a little bit about your background, Jess, and all the things you're working on currently. Can I ask kind of how you first got started with health and wellness? Did you like have something that inspired you to kind of go into this field?
So, not a normal background. I grew up working on a horse farm at a very young age. I was probably working at around the age of 11, and I was volunteering to ride because I couldn't afford the lessons, and I was determined. So all of a sudden, I was there every single day. They began paying me a little bit, probably not legal, the amount that they were paying me, but I had the time of my life. I was riding. I began teaching lessons for little kids, and then started helping with the camps, and it just expanded from there. So while I was there, I got really into barrel racing and I started coaching. And I realized how much I absolutely love to coach and teach, no matter what it is. At the same time, I was getting into physical fitness myself. So I just started at a gym. I was running miles every day. I love to be active. I love sports. I didn't play an organized sport other than the barrel racing and horse stuff, but loved playing sports on the weekends with my friends. And so when I came to college, I realized that I had to get involved in some kind of physical activity somehow. So I went to the rec center, and day one I was sucked in. All the fitness classes they had, the personal training. I mean, I was very involved. I met one of my closest friends very quickly in a women's weightlifting class, and she told me that it's something I can make a career in, and I thought she was crazy. I was an undecided major at the time, and she sent me some information for exercise science. Realized it's a career that I could have and do everything that I love to do while I am studying. And so I got very involved with campus rec, working there, and then also with studying in the exercise science program. And it's just kind of grown since then.
And I had a question for everyone who's kind of signed in. And maybe Jess could tell you the best format that if you have questions or if you have suggestions for classes. Is there a good way for them to communicate with you, Jess, about that? Or if people just want to pop on now and kind of give you some ideas and see what they're looking for from the J?
Definitely. So I would definitely love it if we talked about it right now too. But if you think of anything later on, you can email me at the fitness email. So it's fitness@savj.org. I'll respond to that. I'm also answering the aquatics email right now. So if you have any aquatics questions, I'm kind of filling in over there a little bit for our aquatics coordinator. So I can kind of help answer you no matter which department you're going for, anything health and wellness. And did you guys have, if anyone has any suggestions of classes they'd like to see, times that they would like to see them, indoor, outdoor, formatting, go ahead. Any suggestions you got, I'm willing to listen.
Jess, are there any like trends that you're seeing right now? Like, especially during the coronavirus, like I've heard roller skating has been picking up a lot with the younger generation. And I know some of our other members had asked about water walking, which I had never even heard of before.
Yes, water walking. We're going to talk about aquatics real quick. So beyond water walking, a new trend that has started is mermaid swimming. Something
Yes.
I've never thought I'd see. Yep. I was reading an article the other day, and they were talking about how we should get our facility certified because it's the next big thing. Somebody decided that you can put a mermaid tail on, and she is training people how to do it and getting instructors for it. And they are going out and doing it, and they have started their own business where they are running birthday parties too, and requiring the kids to go through a training first through them, and then they can have mermaid birthday parties. We actually have a underwater photographer here. She's one of our lifeguards. She's a SCAD student. She did underwater photos for us, and she actually happens to have a background in mermaid swimming. So very small world. I didn't even know about it, and we have one right here at the J. So definitely something to check out on YouTube if you've not already. Another trend I'm seeing, I mean, in general, is anything outdoor. I've seen some gyms create these really cool outdoor spaces where it's like an outdoor gym, especially like Florida or along beaches. They're doing it at the beach, they're doing it in these beautiful fields, and people are coming and working out, and you have all the equipment from the gym. They literally moved everything outside. So that's another unique trend. I mean, I've seen an outdoor gym before, but a lot of gyms are moving their own stuff outside because their facility hasn't opened and they want their members to still be able to come. So it's pretty cool. Too, with the paddleboards that I said I teach, that's actually been a growing trend and it's kind of skyrocketing since COVID. The paddleboards attach to the lanes in the pool, so you can spread them out exactly 6, 7, 8 feet, whatever it is, and they're not going to move towards each other. So it's one of the easiest ways to socially distance. You're in an aquatic setting, so the chlorine is cleaning the paddleboards. They're cleaned after anyways. And you can, if you have an outdoor pool, it's a great outdoor pool class in the sun, early morning, early evening. It's absolutely beautiful.
Great. Anyone else have any other suggestions, things you would like to see the J offer more of? I saw Flo sign in for a moment. I know she is one who asked about the water walking, but I don't think she stayed on. All right. Well, thank you so much, I guess, for your time, Jess. We know where to find you, right? fitnesssavj.org, and to check out the Facebook group site with some more tips. Is there anything else you would like them to know?
That's pretty much it. Just continue checking up on our website, the Facebook pages. With COVID, things are changing. We're just adapting as we go. My schedules for fitness, we're just going to let them out for a few weeks. And then in October, I'm going to change some of the classes, add some classes. We're really just trying to respond to what best fits the needs of the members. So things are changing probably a little bit quicker than they used to, but with the way times are, we have to adapt much quicker now. So, but thank you guys for your time today. I really enjoyed meeting some of you. I hope I eventually get to see some of y'all in person. Be awesome. Things get a little bit better. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.